Well, hey there everyone, I'm Josh and this is Jackie and welcome back.
Thanks for joining us for the final instalment of our Harvest series, A Matter of Life and Death.
Yeah, and so far in our series we've seen that Jesus is the light of the world. He's the one who gives us real and eternal hope.
And we've seen that he paid the ultimate cost when he laid down his life to save us and give us eternal life.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and if you actually haven't seen those first couple of videos, we suggest that you head to our website and check them out for yourself. There you'll also find some other short videos for some tough questions that you might actually have and some ways to find out more about who Jesus is.
But today we're looking for the perfect leader, because I think at the moment our world is looking for leadership. We're looking for someone who has all the information, who knows what needs to happen and who has the power to get stuff done.
Yeah, everyone's looking to our leaders. We want to know that those who are in charge can protect and care for their people.
And leadership is a really tough gig at the moment. The stakes are really high. Yeah. Everyone is watching and really they're just doing their best and having a go.
And it's so easy at the moment, isn't it, Jack, just to kind of point out all the things they do wrong, all the things they could have done or should have done. But look, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think I could have done any better.
I don't think any of us could. None of us have all the information. None of us really know where we're heading. None of us really know how to fix things and make it all right. And really, I think at the end of the day, none of us would do what's right for everyone. We'd all kind of just be in it for ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's because none of us are perfect. We're all imperfect human beings. And that's what makes Jesus the perfect leader that we can trust. That's what makes Jesus so great and the person that we need to follow. He's the one who loves us. He's the one who knows everything. And he's the one who has the power to get it done.
Well, thanks for joining us today. We're really looking forward to seeing what the Bible has to say about Jesus and that he is the perfect leader.
Yeah.
When Jesus arrived, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles away. Many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to comfort them about their brother. When Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went out to meet him, but Mary remained seated in the house. Then Martha said to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. Yet, even now, I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you." "Your brother will rise again," Jesus told her. Martha said, "I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day." Jesus said to her, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, even if he dies, will live. Everyone who lives and believes in me will never die, ever. Do you believe this?" "Yes, Lord," she told him. "I believe you are the Messiah, the Son of God, who comes into the world." Having said this, she went back and called her sister Mary, saying in private, "The teacher is here, and he's calling for you." As soon as she heard this, she got up and went to him. Jesus had not yet come to the village, but was still in the place where Martha had met him. The Jews who were with her in the house, consoling her, saw that Mary got up quickly and went out. So they followed her, supposing that she had gone to the tomb to cry there. When Mary came to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet and told him, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." When Jesus saw her crying, and the Jews who came with her crying, he was angry in his spirit and deeply moved. "Where have you put him?" he asked. "Lord," the Jews said, "come and see." Jesus wept. So the Jews said, "See how he loved him?" But some of them said, "Couldn't he who opened the blind man's eyes also have kept this man from dying?" Then Jesus, angry in himself again, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone lying against it. "Remove the stone," Jesus said. Martha, the dead man's sister, told him, "Lord, he's already decaying. It's been 4 days." Jesus said to her, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" And so they removed the stone. Then Jesus raised his eyes and said, "Father, I thank you that you heard me. I know you always hear me, but because of the crowd standing here, I said this, so that they may believe you sent me." After he said this, he shouted in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." The dead man came out, bound hand and foot with linen straps and the face wrapped in cloth. Jesus said to them, "Loose him and let him go."
There are 3 fundamental things that make the perfect leader. They need to know what they're doing, they need to care for the ones they're leading, and they need the power and ability to get things done. 3 things: knowledge, compassion, and authority. See, if you only have knowledge, but don't really care, or have no power, you're not much of a leader. If you really, really care, but don't know what to do, and are not able to do anything, that's not leadership. And if you have power, but don't care for people, and don't know the truth or speak the truth, that's a terrible kind of leadership, isn't it? You need to put them all together. You need someone who knows what's going on, someone who puts people's needs above their own, and someone who can actually get it done and make a difference. For all our talk of independence and freedom in our lives and doing our own thing, we actually want to know someone is responsible and making things happen, don't we? That there is someone in charge. When you're on an aeroplane, remember aeroplanes? They used to be a thing back in March. But if you're on a plane, you really don't want to see the pilot, the co-pilot, the navigator, the whole cabin crew walking to the back of the plane, do you? Especially if they're wearing parachutes. No, we want to know someone's in charge. We want to know someone's in control. They're up the front and everything is going according to plan. We want a pilot who knows how to fly, who cares that his passengers arrive safely, and has the ability to make it all happen. And so the question we'd all like the answer to right now is, who is in charge, who can fix the world? Who can actually make life better? Who can bring an end to uncertainty and disruption and suffering? Who can show us the way and take us to a better life and a better world? For thousands of years, people have been looking to kings and rulers and presidents and CEOs. We keep looking to leadership, but we keep feeling let down, don't we? When they get it wrong, when leadership inevitably fails, when they don't tell us the truth, they hide or spin or just outright lie. Or when they're in it for themselves. Or when nothing seems to change. But today I want us to know that there is someone to turn to, a perfect leader, someone we can trust in any situation, someone who always gets it right, someone who knows exactly what every person needs and exactly how to achieve it. And that someone is Jesus Christ. In the first of our harvest talks together, we saw that Jesus is the light of the world. He shines in the darkness with the knowledge and truth about God, about life, and who we are. The light means we know the way home. And then we saw last time, didn't we, that Jesus is the Good Shepherd. He's a leader who actually lays down his life for his people. He wants what's best for us, not himself. And today we're looking at the idea that Jesus has real, phenomenal power. Jesus' authority is astonishing. He has power over sickness and he heals people instantly. He has power over creation itself. He calms storms with a word and he walks on water. He has power over evil. He forgives sin, casts out evil spirits, and he even has power over death. All this perfect power, combined with his perfect wisdom and his perfect love, makes him the perfect leader. We can trust him completely. And the part of the Bible that we're looking at today, well, it starts with a tragedy. Jesus' friend Lazarus has died. Now, it's a beautiful thing that Jesus, the all-powerful ruler and creator, comes into the world to be our friend. That's amazing. But death is always tragic, always terrible, isn't it? So when Jesus arrives in town after his friend Lazarus has been buried, he goes to the grave and very simply we're told, Jesus wept. Jesus wept. And people saw this and said, see how much he loved him. Jesus has deep love for his friends. He came to demonstrate and prove God's deep love for all humanity. He feels the pain and grief and tragedy of death. He understands, he knows our humanity and our suffering and our loss. But some of the people there said, couldn't he who opened the blind man's eyes also have kept this man from dying? Yes, he's in tears. He obviously loved him. He obviously cared. But couldn't he have done something? Well, Jesus is not the only one grieving. Lazarus' sisters, Martha and Mary, are devastated. And what's interesting is they both separately say exactly the same thing to Jesus the moment he arrives and they meet him. And they say, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. If you had been here, it would have been all right. And you know what? Sometimes we can feel like that with God, can't we? We know he's there. We know he's real. We respect him. But why isn't he here when we're going through a really tough time? What these women say is an expression of confidence. You could have saved him. And yet at the same time, there's a hint of disappointment there, isn't there? Because they're saying, but you weren't here. I believe your power. I believe that when you're around, not even death can touch your friends. But where were you? And they've got a point. When Jesus is with you, when you're close to the Lord, when you experience and sit under his knowledge and under his love and under his power, everything will go well. Nothing will go wrong. But when you're on your own, separated from him, it's another matter. But the reality is, and this is really important to understand, we've seen it over the last couple of weeks together, the Bible is really clear. If there is any distance between us and God, if there's any separation, it's because we walked out on him. That's what the Bible calls sin. We walked out on our loving Creator. We decided to go our separate ways. We ignore Him in our lives. We actively rebel against Him and His divine rule and authority. We disobey Him. We try and take over. We try and rule ourselves. We've shut Him out. We don't treat Him as He deserves or allow Him His rightful place in our hearts and our minds and in our lives. And if you just look around at our world where humans have tried to run things without God, it's a mess. That's the problem. Life apart from God doesn't work. And the ultimate consequence of it is death. So who can make this right? Only Jesus, the perfect leader, because there is no limit to His wisdom, to His love, and to His power. He knows how far away we are, how lost we've become, but He still cares for us infinitely. Enough to even give up His own life for us. And even in the face of such overwhelming pain and heartbreak that His friends are feeling, in a situation that seems impossible, Jesus says, I am the answer. Even in this, I can make everything right. I have the power and the authority to take you out of death and into eternal life. That's what He means when He says to Martha, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, even if he dies, will live. Everyone who believes in me will never die. Now, there are some leaders who make some pretty monumental promises, aren't there? In 1938, Neville Chamberlain, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, declared peace for our time, and he held up a signed agreement with Nazi Germany. And a few months later, World War II started. But whether it's no child will be living in poverty, or read my lips, no new taxes, or we're going to build a big, beautiful wall, or change we can believe in, or a stronger economy, a more caring community, or more justice. We've seen the promises, and we've seen all those leaders come and go. But as a campaign promise, this one tops them all. Jesus promises a brand new perfect life in a brand new perfect world that will last forever. And He's so committed to this promise that He goes to the cross Himself and dies for us. And then on the third day, He rises again for us from the dead to open the way and lead us through to life. Jesus is the King who came to pay the price. Jesus is the Lord who came to lay down His life so that we could live again and have life in abundance and have life in heaven and have life in eternity. And He's about to prove He absolutely has the power to back up His promises. And so His question to Martha is His question to all of us right now. It's His question to you. Do you believe this? Do you believe Him? Not just that He has power to do a miracle, but that He is your King. Do you trust Him as your leader and Lord? Do you trust His word? And seriously, friends, this is the most important question you will ever have to answer in your life. Because Martha gets it at this point, doesn't she? Straight away she says, yes, Lord. I believe you are the Messiah, the Son of God who comes into the world. I trust you are the King. I trust you. You see, becoming a Christian is about receiving God's free gift of forgiveness and eternal life through this simple yet profound truth. Jesus is the Messiah, the promised Saviour, the Son of God. Being a Christian means putting your trust and your reliance and your dependence on Jesus who died to save us and forgive us. Let me assure you, you want Jesus to be your perfect leader. Becoming a Christian means handing over the control and leadership and the direction of your life to Him who knows you, loves you, and sets you free. All the passwords, all the access codes to all of your life, to your heart and soul, we give them to Jesus because Jesus is our perfect Lord and Saviour. You can trust Him to save us, and you get to live for Him and obey Him as King. Now, we don't like the word obey too much, do we? We don't like the idea of someone else commanding us, someone being our ruler, someone telling us right and wrong and determining truth. But look at Jesus' leadership. Look at what it's like when Jesus is in control of your life. He's just given Martha real hope and assurance. And then Jesus gives Lazarus an order. Jesus commands Lazarus and tells him exactly what to do. Jesus is his friend, but he's also in charge. I'm your Lord, and you have to do what I say, but listen to what his command is. He tells the people there to roll the stone away that was covering Lazarus' grave. Then Jesus commands loudly, Lazarus, come out. That's his command. That's his order. That's what his leadership, his kingship, his lordship looks like. He commands Lazarus to live. He commands Lazarus, who'd been dead 4 days, come out of the darkness of the grave, the darkness of death, and live. And here is the authority of Jesus and the power of his word. He speaks, and a dead man comes back to life. Lazarus walks out of that grave alive. Jesus speaks, and his word is so powerful, the dead come to life again. This is the power that you want at work in your life. It's the power of God to achieve the impossible, the power of his life-giving word. Here is Jesus' authority and why we can trust him with our whole lives, with our present and with our future. Because all of Jesus' words to us and his commands to us as King, his entire rule of our lives is always to bring us out of death and to make us truly alive, to bring us out of darkness and make us walk in the light, to bring us out of the cold loneliness of the grave and bring us into friendship and right relationship with him. So life under the leadership of Jesus is life as it was always meant to be. It's life that's filled with confidence and hope. It's life that's rich with friendship and love. It's life that is satisfyingly lived in the light of the truth and what is right and good. Because it's life lived in the knowledge that our leader, our Lord, our King, Jesus Christ, has died for us and risen again, so that not even death can stop us from living with him forever. Which is why this whole series has been called A Matter of Life and Death. It's not actually about 2020 or the pandemic or whatever else comes next. It's about your standing before God and your eternity. Who will you trust when you come to that moment of facing God? Will you trust yourself that you can do it on your own without God? Well, that's exactly what you'll get. Or will you trust Jesus, who has perfect knowledge, he has perfect love, and the perfect power to give you eternal life?
Hi, I'm Jen. Prayer is simply talking to God, and it's our great privilege that because of Jesus, we can talk to him whenever we like. Let's talk to him now. Heavenly Father, we thank you for Jesus, the light in the darkness who brings real hope. Thank you that he gave his own life to save us and bring us into eternal life. Thank you that Jesus is the perfect leader, perfectly trustworthy with complete power and authority. Help us to trust in Jesus. Help us, please, to follow him. We pray for our nation and world in the midst of a difficult year. Help us to love others as you have loved us. We are sorry that we fail to love you as we should. Please help us to turn to you in repentance and faith. Amen.
Well, it's been great to hear that Jesus is the perfect leader who can save and protect his people.
It's been awesome to learn more about Jesus over the past couple of weeks. It's been great to see just how much we need him and the fact that he really is there for us.
Yeah, and we'd love for you to let us know that you've been watching our series, so please contact us. We want to be able to continue that conversation with you about Jesus.
We would love if everyone watching right now could contact us. The easiest way to do that is to head to our website, click on the button that says Contact Us, and leave us a message with your details.
Yeah, so why don't you do that right now? Hit that Contact Us button, let us know you've been watching, and you can also find on the website some videos about some tough questions that you may have.
And if you have put your trust in Jesus, we would really love to hear from you. We would love to keep talking with you and exploring with you the new life that you have in Jesus.
Yeah, totally. And you're always welcome to join us at Northmead Anglican Church. We have ministries for all ages. Or you can come along on Sunday and find out more about what Christianity is all about.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It has been excellent to have you with us for our series, A Matter of Life and Death. Don't forget to contact us. We really look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thanks everyone, and take care.